Okay. All right. We're just sitting here waiting on her. We wanted to go live. We can. She'll be calling in any second. Want to prolong the flow? Yeah. Wait a minute. All right. All right. Good evening, everyone. You're tuned into this Pilot, the Success Scholar. I'm the Success Scholar, Hakeem Shakur. Thank you all for tuning in, listening in. Man, a lot of good things are going on. A lot of good things are going on. First, let me give condolences to those that are, still in Houston. Yes, of course, and now those that are in Florida. But we're gonna talk about that a little bit. But we're gonna talk about some business, of course. And I got my sister, a good sister. I've been knowing her for a little while now, so hopefully she'll be calling in any minute. There she is. So I got her on the line here. So we're gonna have a beautiful conversation talking about business marketing. And so I have joining me on the line, but let me give her a proper introduction here. I've known this young lady, as I mentioned, coming up on 5 years, or as a matter of fact, a little bit more than that, but we stopped counting that for a few years, but she's been an amazing supporter and certainly a jewel in terms of business marketing. But she's a speaker, a sales and marketing coach, author with over 25 years of experience as an entrepreneur. And she's passionate about helping others get to the six-figure mark. So that's a good thing. All right. She has several affiliations with the National Speakers Association and the Public Speakers Association. She's an author as well as several audio programs, tens of thousands of YouTube videos, hits and views over the years, and several tens of thousand followers on YouTube. I give you the sister making drastic steps, Toni Harris Taylor. Welcome, sis. Ah. We've been friends for 5 years. Time flies. Yeah, I know, right? Yes. So it's just good to, connect the dots. I know you were in town for an amazing business conference. I always see you flying in one part of the country or international somewhere. So absolutely. So first, as I mentioned, you're from Houston, but I know you said your family is good, so I'm just happy for that. Yes. Yeah. My family is great. My family say that, so I am very, very grateful. Okay. That we did not experience any flooding personally. Indeed. But, okay. That's it's been the same for a lot of people. Yes. So thank you for that. Keep praying. Indeed. If you know someone in the Houston area, you want to donate. Right. Money always is good. They can buy what they need. I would say donate directly to the person and make sure it's in their hands. Agree. Donate to somebody who you trust and can put it in the hands of the people who. Awesome. That sounds good. So as I was mentioning, I've seen you presenting over the years, and you have, I've been pushing you. I know you said you have it coming with this conference, so I know we can touch bases on that. But let's talk about, some business strategies. You've done a lot of work around marketing and speaking as well, and sales as well. So first, tell us, the listening audience, about your business. Okay. So my business is called Drastic Steps Marketing. And, I named my business after my motivational speaking platform. Because when I launched my business, I wanted to be that big keynote speaker and motivational speaker. And I actually did a little sample talk at an NSA meeting, and the lady said, "What's the name of your talk?" And I was like, "I don't have a name. I just want to talk. You gotta have a name." And it just popped in my head. Sometimes you have to take the drastic steps. I say, yes. Your life around. Right. Well, that's very true in business. So in business, you must take
Okay. To start a business, stay a business, fund a business, buy your products, design your products, everything around business is drastic. Whether you see it as drastic or not, you may just see it, I'm just doing my business. But if it's out of your comfort zone, no matter how big or small, then that's what I call drastic. So for a lot of business owners, I can, you know this to be true, marketing and sales is drastic. They may love making that music, they may love making cupcakes, they may love making jewelry, or, but they don't want to necessarily market it or sell it. And so I hope people get out of their comfort zone when it comes to building a relationship that will help them be able to make the sale that much easier once the relationship is there. And so I'm a motivational marketing speaker and coach.
Great. All right. That sounds beautiful. So, yeah, and let me just say, you gave me the inspiration going to your workshop at my first Power Networking Conference to be in the book. So you did. So let me just say that I was, that was my takeaway. What drastic step was I going to take? And I knew that I needed to do something, something different. And some people out there, they're thinking about like, what's going on? What do I need to do different? So Toni, share, what are 3 tips you can give to small business owners?
So the first tip is find something that you're good at, that you can create products and services that you can make the money you want to make. So I coach people on how to get six figures. 94% of entrepreneurs never get to six figures. Part of the problem with it is they don't sell a high enough price product. Their volume has to be so big.
Right.
There's a jewelry. I love jewelry, so a lot of my references go to jewelry. But there's a jewelry company out there where everything's $5. Do you know how much $5 jewelry I have to sell to get to $100,000?
Right. Yeah.
Yes. I can't get there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
yes.
you have to make sure that you are selling something and pricing your services or your products so that you can reasonably get to a larger income. And if you can't do it by yourself, then you have to have a distribution channel that'll get you there. Right? So if you're going to sell $5 product, then you need to be able to, you're going to have to sell it to a Walmart so that they can sell the volume for you. Because as a solopreneur or small business owner, you just can't do enough volume by yourself. So the first thing I say is make sure you're selling something that is priced where you can reasonably get to. And I'm just in six figures right now, since 94% of us never get there.
Wow.
Then we need to have a product that's priced right. The next thing is develop your sales skills. So many entrepreneurs are still hate the word sales. They don't see themselves as being salespeople. Well, I'm here to tell you, my friend wrote a book. It's called Life's a Sales Call.
Wow. Okay. Life's a Sales Call. Yes. Yes.
If you I recently got married, that.
Yes. Oh, congratulations. Right. Give a shout out. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My husband and married him in 5 months.
Okay. Beautiful. Yes. Right. Okay. Wow. Amazing. Yes.
So, but a lot of entrepreneurs are scared of sales. Scared to market. Now, let me break that down. I completely get it. Because if it's a product or service, like me, I've created my own product and service. So, if it's my baby, and I try to sell it, and people say no to it, it's like telling a mother her baby is ugly.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Right.
And now my feelings are hurt and nobody wants to buy my product. And now I take it personally because people aren't interested in what I did, my services, what have you. But here's the thing, and if you're selling somebody else's product, it doesn't feel the same way. Oh, I get it, but if you're going to be in business, you have to get the sales and marketing training.
Yes.
You got to get the sales and marketing training. This is my third step. You must get some help.
Yes,
so
yes.
you have to learn how to develop your sales and marketing skills. And it is a learned skill. We'll say that people are natural born salespeople. Well, some people may have a personality,
right.
more sales oriented, but everybody can learn the skills to sell. And the way I teach it, it's more about building relationships so that it's easy. It's not really a sale.
Right.
Because as entrepreneurs, people do business with me because they know me, they like me, they trust me. So the selling part is easy because they want to do business with me.
Right.
But that's because I've created that relationship with them that makes them want to do business. So those are the three things I would say. Develop a product that you can, charge enough to get to your financial goal. And on that note, if I may, there are a lot of people that are heart centers. There's coaches and speakers out there, and they want to touch, move, and inspire the world. And I get it. I do. I still do.
Right.
But they want to touch, move, and inspire. And I think that this is so important. But they want to cater to single moms, or they want to cater to the teenagers the teenagers that have a hard time. And that's so beautiful. But who's going to pay you to do that?
Right. Yes, agreed.
Right?
Amen.
So what I say is find a business, you can make all the money in the world, then you can start a nonprofit and you can take it to them.
Makes sense. Yes.
Right? So, again, a product, and then develop your sales and marketing skills, and then if somebody, someone asked me today, how would you learn to take your business international? What's your degree in? And I do have a degree in entrepreneurship, but I will tell you, my degree is in building relationships and purposing coaching. That's just my business to the next level.
Wow.
Because those coaches that I engage with, luckily enough, open doors for me. And then I had to walk through.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, just to add on to that, what would you say the top 3 marketing tips that you can add to that?
Have a nice brand. If I don't know nothing else, IP, branding, I know, right? So when you see me, you see my brand. All
yes.
With a license plate on my car.
Wow. Yes. And your colors, right? Right.
People love my colors, and I have a toothpaste that's branded. I have my marketing material. Look, it is not homemade. Spend the money to get your stuff done professionally. I was at a conference in Indiana this weekend.
Oh wow! Okay.
And, the lady said that she did high-end financial planning for big names. Right? And this was a predominantly Black conference, and so I looked at her marketing material. It was homemade.
Okay. Wow.
Homemade. And okay, but it had typos on it.
Wow.
I make stuff at home too, but it doesn't look homemade.
Right.
So make sure you have a brand that's attractive, where people will say, "Oh, she got her stuff together. He has his stuff together."
Yes.
Right? Don't bring me no And then have your colors, know what your colors are, why you chose those colors, that they are consistent throughout your social media, your website, your printed copies, and you have things know so that they everything about you is drafted.
Yeah.
So the first thing is have a cohesive, solid plan. The second thing is learn to network.
Yes.
That's not natural either. It's drastic for a lot of people. Not only to network, but it's so not hard to show up, but it's drastic a lot of times to show up.
Right,
so
right.
If you want to go national in your business or international, that's what you have to do. You got to go to national and international.
Right. Yes.
If you at a national event.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Indeed, yes.
Not go national in your backyard.
Exactly. It won't do it. Yes. Right.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's my first thing is social media. But I'm going to come back to you got to learn to network. You got to network in the right places. You got to go where the people are, your target market.
Right.
Is another tip I want you to do before. You got to have a niche in the target market. And you got to go where that target market is. Right?
Yes.
Don't be just showing up anywhere. Be strategic.
Absolutely. Yes. Right? Yes. Indeed.
So you learn to network. Then what do you do when you sit there? You stand on the wall. You can be on your cell phone.
Right.
So I'm going to give your audience a tip that I think costs $6,000.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
So give them a tip.
Okay.
And this tip has taken my business global. So I hope they're listening.
All right.
So when you go to a networking event, number one, do not try to meet everybody in the room.
Exactly. Yes.
You have a goal before you go. My goal when it's a big conference is 20 people. That's all the people I know I can strategically follow up.
Right. Yes.
That takes the pressure off. So now I'm there to meet next with 20 people. Now if it's a local event, 3 to 5 people. That's all I'm trying to meet. I'm trying to meet the most.
Right.
When I go to the event, I meet these people, we have a good connection, I connect with them on social media. Right then and there. I don't wait. I connect with them on Facebook first. Yes, I know LinkedIn is for business. The reason I choose Facebook first is because Facebook is personal.
Right.
People do business with me because they don't mean they like me. And so that's where they can see all about me. And I can see all about them. So I connect with them on social media. Then if I really like them, I ask for a date. So what do I mean by that? So you ask them, do you mind if it's a national event? Do you mind if we do a virtual call so we can get to know each other? And I just want to know more about you, who you are, what you do, and how I might be able to help you in your business. And I schedule it right there. They say yes. Now, who's going to say no to that, first of all? Because I'm asking them, who are they? What do they want? What do they need? And how can I help you? Nobody's going to say no to that.
Right. Yes.
Not about me. Then I say, great. Do you have your calendar on your phone or do you have your calendar with you? Yes, I do. Let's book it now. So when I left that event this weekend, I had about 10 appointments.
Wow. Beautiful.
So those are related. Once they're on your calendar, then you're going to make it happen. None of this, we'll get together someday and you just add them to the pile of hundreds of business cards you already have. If you spend money to go to events, whether they're local or national, make most of it. So can you tell I'm passionate about this?
Right. Yes, indeed. Right.
And the last tip is to be
okay.
make sure that you do stay connected with went to that event in Indiana. A girl walked into the room and she had a shaved head. She's very distinguished. And the second I saw her, I was like, hey! Now I haven't seen her for 5 years. I met her 5 years ago. We connected on Facebook and instantly she knew my whole life. She knew exactly what was going on. Congratulations on this, and I'm so sorry I thought you were sick.
Wow, yes.
And then I was doing the same for her.
Yes, yes.
So those times, you know, now you're just one step closer to doing some business together. She already knows I am. I don't have to start over. I'm trying to get reacquainted when you haven't seen it.
Wow. Yes, yes, yes. Well, let me just, throw out something here. I didn't mention this, but I have a copy of this book here of this young lady. I know you might not be able to see me, but I have Lisa Nichols' book. And it's the first book that I know she has several, but it's the first one I brought. But you've actually had the opportunity to work with her, doing some phenomenal trainings and, just showing up and, connecting with her. What was some of that experience like for you? I'll just mention that.
Well, Lisa's great. She's the master mistress of motivation.
Right.
And she walks her talk. And so being in her presence is uplifting, energetic.
Yes.
She's just amazing. She's an amazing story. And the bigger than her is her community.
Right.
That she surrounds herself with, or a lot of times when there's another point, when you get into coaching programs, you want to choose somebody who has a great community. It's not always about coach.
Right. Yes.
It's about the people that they attract, who you can then connect with and build deeper relationships.
Agreed.
So bigger than Lisa, I've built relationships with people in your community.
Right. Yes. Indeed. Absolutely. So that's really great, Toni. You on point with everything. So what else is going on? I mentioned, all the questions, your NSA work, your Public Speakers Association. I know you're doing some coaching yourself, right? Yeah.
I have a 1-year mastermind coaching program because short-term programs cannot make transformation.
Okay.
It takes a year.
Yes. Right.
And so I do have a 1-year mastermind program, and if anyone is interested in having a consultation with me, I'll give you an hour just to talk and see where you are and where you want to go. You can go to Meet with Toni, T-O-N-I, Harris, Harris, Taylor.com. Meet with ToniHarrisTaylor.com and schedule a virtual breakthrough strategy session, and we can talk about where you are in your business. But I'm also having my first conference.
Yes, right.
Excited.
All right.
And so the conference is February 8th to 10th.
Oh, 8 through 10. All right. Yes.
February 8th to 10th in Houston.
8 through 10.
And it's still in the planning stages. I don't have the registration page up yet, but if you want to make sure that you get the information, go to my website, DrasticStepsMarketing.com, and you can get my free gift, an ebook, 7 stumbling blocks that keep solopreneurs stuck in 5 figures.
Wow.
And then you'll also get a video series from me every week for TV. But you'll then be on my email list so that when I release the information about my conference, you can get all the details.
Awesome.
Super excited about that.
Yes.
It's a drastic step for me.
It's your time. I knew it. I saw it. I saw it 2-3 years ago. I was like, this is it. That's the next step, right? Right. It did.
This is one of my #1 fears. Even though I talk about drastic steps, I have to keep taking my own steps.
Indeed.
And
Yes.
my #1 fear.
Right.
I just did not want to get holding the financial bag.
Right, right, right.
Things are, it's time.
Right, 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 right.
Have
Indeed.
an amazing following, amazing
Yes, yes, indeed.
and yeah. So if you're listening to and you want to connect with me socially, find me on Facebook. I need to unfriend some people fighting people in, but
Right.
send me a message and I'll do just that. Or you can go to my group. My group is Drastic Steps
Wow.
Marketing with Toni Harris Taylor. And so you can go to my and ask to join my group.
Awesome, awesome. Well, all right, Toni. Well, I know you gotta get going. Send your blessings to your family, and I'm looking forward February. Put it on my calendar. Tell Sylvia that we are going to Houston. so, so we, yes, yes. All right. So we thank you, Toni. Appreciate you very much, and send the love to the family. All right. All right. Very welcome. All right. Goodbye. All right. All right. Man, that was a good conversation. Good conversation with Toni Harris Taylor, my good sister. I got a good picture with her and my sister Barbara. It's just interesting. Barbara Pender down in Florida. She posted that she is okay, but they've done some phenomenal work over the years. We just had a good time at the Power Networking Conference in Dallas. So, new year, you know, everybody grows and changes and shifts and make moves to another level. So she gave us some good tips, some good jewels. Don't just go to a networking event, hanging out on the against the wall, as well as when you do go. I mean, sometimes you might go to local events, but if you want to go national and international, you got to show up. Like, you know, how I've done going to the Power Networking Conference for the past 4 years. And so, you know, sometimes you got to take those drastic steps. And again, Sister Toni gave me the kind of strength, if you will, the idea to take a drastic step. So I was going around the conference thinking like, well, what drastic step am I going to take? So I was asking myself like, well, what can I do? And so I was like, well, hey, you know, you can't go no higher than to be in a book with the person that put this amazing conference together, right? So I'm like, look, I got you. Go hard and go home. So I said, it's my time. I'm showing up. I'm deserving. I'm ready. So I said, look, I'm all in. I need to. This is the move. And so that's been a evolutionary experience, if you will. I don't know if it's a word. I heard somebody use that. Gentlemen call themselves the evolutionary, but so I'm just copying it. But yeah, but she laid out some interesting things as I mentioned. You know, this book is good. This sister, she went to over 42 conferences, and I didn't mean to. I just wanted to show by mentioning Lisa Nichols, you know, people that who have shared the stage with Toni Harris, and I knew she was Toni Harris Taylor. I knew she was ready to do the conference some years ago. I said, you know, like you've been around, you've presented at the Power Networking Conference, and you know when you didn't present, you still came, and you know it's like you know you got enough clout networking, have spoke in different places. You understand the balance acts and the team building, you know, that comes with that. You got a successful enough track record going. So barring any things, and that's why I was worried about what's going on in Houston. But you know, fortunately, the show is going on, and so in February the 8th through the 10th of next year in Houston, Texas, it's going to be a major conference. So looking forward to that. The Success Scholar going to be ready because you know that's how we do. We show up with the right people at the right place at the right time. But interesting, another point that she mentioned. I have several books in front of me. She mentioned how you may not be in a position to sell $5 products, right? So I have this book here, and I've been reading this and showing this book to a few people. I can't remember what I did get this online, but I don't know where the motivation came to get this. But for some years, you're right, Tony. I was a hustle man, but that's why I went to some formalized event planning workshops. I said, I'm not doing, if I can't do anything at a certain level, it won't be done. I'm not going to do some little, as I see others still doing, these little half-baked events where people show up, they don't show up. It's poor parking, poor lighting, poor heat, no air conditioning, no food. Just you gotta show some evolution. You gotta show that what you're learning, for instance, the product, the partnerships that is working, that's people are receiving value, right? They are getting particular knowledge, and some people, they just show up just because they want to, be a follower. They want to show up for what's popular. But, as she mentioned about strategically going to particular events, and sometimes people, oh, you too good now. You too good, brother. You calling yourself, I don't. So one guy said he don't know what's a success scholar. So I'll be on another show in Baltimore coming up next week. I'll be on the LYMS, the 1010, and I will explain to those, for instance, in Baltimore that, want to ask questions like, what is a success scholar? And just put it together. You can read what one word is and then read what the other word is. If someone is a scholar, a mathematics scholar, they're a master in mathematics. All right. If they are a history scholar or a engineering scholar or something to that effect, that's what they are. So if I say I'm a success scholar, I mean, it's not for anyone to evaluate and give me a grade. It says that I've reached a level of mastery, right, of a particular topic. And and when you read books like this enough, Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice, yes, you can get copies from me. Yeah, you can get copies from me. Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. We just had Dr. Dennis Kimbrough on, not last week, but 2 weeks ago. And who I have on last week? Arnell. I had Arnell. Shout out to Arnell. We had her on last week. She was from Houston as well. Before that, we had Brian O's, the Black Speakers Network. And then we had Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, I believe. No, we had the health piece. And then we had Dr. Dennis Kimbrough. So it's been a phenomenal past few weeks. But yes, and yes, you too, Kim. You too, Kim, can get this. Listen to your mama, Kim. Kimberly on here. Her mother told her to get the Think and Grow Rich. I ain't gonna call you out, but yeah, do get yourself a copy. Got one, especially with your name for it. With your name on it. So coming up here, I may have something good for everybody. I just got this book. And I'm about to read a little bit. Matter of fact, what was I going to read? I was going to read a little bit of Lisa Nichols' piece and then a little bit of this Black is the New Green. Yes, but I got this one, the Black Billionaires Club, how they built their wealth. And sometimes, Forbes will have, some piece on Black billionaires with a B, not M-B. And, we don't necessarily, you paying attention, but you don't really, you hear tidbits about different billionaires over time, the Oprahs and I don't know, Michael Jackson or Jay-Z or somebody. Dre's not in here, so I don't know when he put this out, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me open up the book. It's 12. 12, like Jesus and the 12 disciples. 12 black billionaires from all over the world. How they made their wealth. And wait a minute, he said of the 2000, I think he kind of rounded it off. The Black Billionaire Club is a study of those 12 and how they built their wealth. These 12 extraordinary individuals have defied odds to enter into an elite global economic status. Black Billionaire Club is the face of Black wealth today. Study this book and learn how to build wealth and become the next member of the Black Billionaires Club. And you know, and again, some of these folks, they don't have no, you know, if PhD was the defining standard for knowledge, you would have more PhDs in the billionaire status. I just looked that up today. So, you know, somewhere along the line, there are some other forces at play that determine who achieves various levels of economic status. So we need to just understand that that's just a factual understanding, not that that has to be my aspiration, but it's just good to understand this is a global game. You know, this is a global chess, if you will. And, you know, no one was born to remain impoverished, right? So we have to ask ourselves some questions. Ask ourselves some questions. Just like Sister Toni said, you're not going to sell 100,000 $5 products. I mean, unless you got the new hottest widget on the on the planet. So it might just pop like that for you. But other than that, you may have to do some different things. So let me just kind of read through some of this. Well, first I'm gonna read through this book. This is the Black is the New Green. Marketing to affluent African Americans. So again, you have to do what's called segment your marketing. Knowing different demographics, for instance, knowing geography. Uh, you know, and I didn't ask Toni about this, but your 4 P's of marketing: price, product, promotion, placement. I think I said, yeah. So you got to understand these things. And so this book gives a very unique analysis of, you know, who may be per se middle class, if you will. So we got to understand that, you know, segment it, as well as understand just the general market, general African American market of $1.1 trillion is spent, but also other ethnic groups. And you can read books like The Millionaire Next Door that has a breakdown of ethnic groups and demographics and where the different states where particular millionaires may live. So we got to understand that these different corporations, for instance, in this book, I'm just going to brief through the contents, where the money is, right? And it says corporate awareness. You know, corporations being aware of particular spending power. 3 degrees of separation. Everyone knows everyone. It says, next one, meet the royaltons. Insights, trends, and 360-degree marketing. Putting insight into action. Conclusion: shortening the learning curve, steps to perfecting diversity marketing program. The do's and don'ts of marketing to affluent African Americans. So those are some key insights that I've got from this book, and it kind of brought a lot of different things together. You know, made things a little bit more cohesive. So I'm not, you know, I'm learning how I can best apply this, but to understand how to bring resources back to our community, how we're going to offer employment, you know, because that's the bottom line. We need to share our resources and not be you know, selfish. So that's that book, Black is the Green, Leonard Burnett Jr. I know another sister know him. I've been posting that book a little bit. But let me read some of this Black billionaire. Let me just read some of the names so people will know who these Black billionaires are. So this is the first one. Number 12 is Dr. Mohammed Ibrahim, net worth 1.14 billion. Talks about how he his different organizations and how he built his wealth, right? All right. Uh, Abu Samad Rabiul, he's Nigerian. Let me see if the other one's Nigerian. Nigerian? No, he sounded like he was East African or something. Let me see. So Middle East, I don't know. Okay, all right, but let me go on. Okay, next one is Michael Jordan, MJ. And talks a little bit about MJ and his deals with Nike and his Charlotte Bobcats, his endorsements, and it also has a vocabulary in here: endorsements, royalties. Yes, you gotta understand that franchise. And I learned some things from the Maryland Legislative Black Caucus that dealt with some key business things. See, that's how things happen. Patrice Mosep. This is South Africa's first Black billionaire with a B. All right. Yeah. That's Patrice. Let me see. Falarunsho Alikija. And I read some stuff about her, had a conversation with my queen. First, Nigeria's only female billionaire. Only female billionaire. And she started off in fashion and got into the oil business. Femi sounds like a Nigerian name. Let me see. Femi Otedola. Let me see where he's from. Nigeria, yes. My man Femi. Let me holler at Femi. Robert Smith. I saw him at the CBC, which some people always talk about, but I mean, you learn stuff. You gotta, and that's coming up next week. And matter of fact, I'll be at the Natural Products Expo in Baltimore this week, but the CBC is next week in Washington, D.C. But last year, Robert Smith got I think his award was in here, the Congressional Black Caucus Award. And he's the second biggest private donor to the Smithsonian. Smith, the National African American Museum. I think he gave like 20 million. He just dropped it, like probably pulled it out of his pocket, like, here go 20 mil. yeah, drop it. Oprah, I think she's like let me see. I think she was like number one. She was up there. She gave money to the museum too. Oprah Winfrey, I know. But she had some roots in Baltimore, so she came through. Started in Nashville, came through Baltimore. And I didn't know this, but before she got hot through The Color Purple first, before her actual television show. I didn't know that. Yeah, so that was an interesting timeline. And this is Isabel Dos Santos, net worth 3.3 bill, Africa's richest woman. Now she Angola, but she was the daughter of the president of Angola at that time. So Mike Ondunuga. I wonder if he's Nigerian too. Let me see. Man, Nigerian. Yeah, he's a Nigerian. Got a lot of Nigerians on there. They got some bank. Nigeria's second richest man. Let me see. All right, so here's the second. And this is number 2, Mohammed Modi, chairman of Sweden's largest oil. All right, what else? Ethiopia, born in Ethiopia, but he got some money in Saudi Arabia. And then it's Aliko Dangote. All right. So Nigerian again. Man, Nigerian got like 5 or 6 of them up on here. Like they getting it in for sure, real talk. So, so the core thing about this was that a large percentage of them made their money through 8 out of 12 were business owners, 9 out of 12 were investors. So just like I was reading Dr. Randall Pickett's book, I don't have it here. Yeah, understanding, he talked even about Kiyosaki, the B quadrant, and positioning oneself inside of that B quadrant. No, it's easier said than done, but we all have to understand those dynamics. And like Toni Harris Taylor said, got to be strategic about where you show up. So, man, let me read a little something in this Lisa Nichols book. I was like, yeah, there's some jewels in there. There's some jewels. All right. Look, so Marcus Garvey. Oh, yes, I got you. A good book for Marcus Garvey. All right. Yeah, I got you. You might just shout out to Sister Ari. Ari Squires doing big things. All right. What was I saying? Okay, this is a chapter called Be a ROI Magnet. Unconsciously, we attract people who are like us in a way. The manner in which we conduct our lives become a magnet for others who have the same values, outlook, and mindset we do. We attract those that have similar level of achievement and goals. When we talk to one another, we instantly understand. Not only that, but we're enchanted by one another, which means not only do we take delight and enjoyment in a relationship, but we are charmed and want to spend time with each other. All right. So that's talking about connecting to people who are like you, right? And listen to this. Look for people who inspire you. Where can you find people who are positive, empowering, and inspiring, and who will challenge you? Everywhere. But a surprising fact to most people is that you don't ever have to meet your mentors in person. You don't have to score lunch with some bigwig or convince a Fortune 500 CEO to work with you on a regular basis. I've learned from many people who have helped to shape my character, but whom I've never met in person. So give yourself a permission to access people who are both famous and not so famous. All right. Okay, wait a minute. And this is key. This is key. To begin your search, look for people who inspire you. Use internet to read about them. Sample their advice if they write for a magazine or newsletter, for example, or watch YouTube videos or of their speeches or TED Talks. When you find individuals who have expertise on the mindset you want, investigate whether you can follow them and circulate in their world, either in person or through their literary works, audio programs, television, radio shows, videos, and more. Just like me, you can listen to some of these phenomenal, amazing interviews that I've had here. So we working to streamline that process. We have about 76, 77 of those so far. I'll do a final count real soon, but definitely, we've interviewed some very, very super smart people, dropped some key, very, very key books that, if you read and understand, you won't be showing up to a coach like Toni said. And I would encourage people to reach out for her at Drastic Steps. Google Toni Harris Taylor. I'm sorry, I don't have her website here, but drasticsteps.com or Google Drastic Steps Toni Harris. It should pop up. That's how I found it a little earlier. So, man, a lot of good things going on. So definitely tune in next week. Again, some good books I had, and I have copies of The Think and Grow Rich, of course, and The Wealth Choice by Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, and What Makes the Great Great. And I'll finish reading this here, the Black Billionaires Club, and this Lisa Nichols book. Man, she dropped some jewels. I was impressed that she went to 42 conferences over and over. Just trying to get some knowledge. So this is the first, like I said, the first book I've read of hers, but again, I just thought that, knowing that she and a few people that I respect in business like some of the strategies that she utilized. So I just wanted to offer that opportunity. But again, not standing still. You don't need to stand still. Raise it up, brothers and sisters. So till next week, peace and blessings. This is Success Scholar Haki Shakur Amin. I'm out.
Yeah, I didn't realize so many Nigerian billionaires.
Yeah, man. Nigerians, they get it in.
I don't know if you was reading them names, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, right.
I think you had a few of them wrong.
Yeah.
I understood what you were saying.
Right. Sure.
A lot of Nigerians, I didn't realize that Nigerian billionaires.
Oh, yeah. I think it's like 5 or 6 of them. Yeah. They getting it in. Yeah. Peace. Thanks a lot, everybody. I'm out, y'all. I'm out. Haki Amin, the Success Scholar. Tune in next week. Peace. We'll get you on real soon, Sister Kim. You don't have, not everybody have a book. You just gotta develop a topic here. Get some flow going. Kim said, "Hey, Ron."
I said hi.
All right.
She saw me.
Yeah. All right, everybody, check me out. Tune in next week. I'm out. Good things coming up. Natural Products Expo in Baltimore. Making moves there. Natural Products Expo in Baltimore. Get some connections. All right. Holla to Success Scholar. I'm out.